Quote, "The decline of Rome was the natural and inevitable effect of immoderate greatness. The prosperity ripened the principles of decay." End quote by Edward Gibbons. He went on to continue explaining that the extent of conquest and war helped magnify the destruction of Rome. He also said that the story is simple and obvious. Instead of wondering how the Roman Empire was destroyed, we should but wonder how it subsisted for so long. Before I go into any more significance of the fall of Rome and us, I'd like to share something with you. I don't know if you noticed, but there's something different in the air in the world of politics. Over 300 million American lives are being influenced by a new form of governmental power, and it's demanding reliance. It's mostly found in the federal system, but more and more we can see it in the state and county, city levels. And every time they meet, we lose rights. I just wonder, do these legislators realize that when they become common citizens again, that all the laws that they are creating may bind even themselves, hand and foot, maybe even mouth? The politicking has gotten very powerful and can easily subdue one or a few of us, but it cannot manipulate all of us if we take a stand for our proper freedoms. We have to play the game. Politics is not avoidable. If we play the game their way, we lose. If we don't play it all, we lose. As a registered lobbyist and good government advocate, this is not going to make me very popular among the politicers. But here are some of their strategies for manipulating us. They stir apathy. And they do this with using negative or opposite marketing principles. When they have to tell us certain meetings or inform us of certain things, you've seen the newspaper clippings. You know, the blocks of letters that you just can't get any information out of, no matter how carefully you read it. Legislation, it's written so that even attorneys struggle for the interpretation. Many of you, this is a smart crowd. I'm sure many of you know that already. They know that they must gain cognitive slaves and manipulate people. And cognitive is the mental and emotional side. They know that people will willingly submit under fear. Hence the Patriot Act, NDAA, and CISPA, which has recently passed the House. They know they must stay untouchable from the masses. They want you to believe that you simply cannot understand the magnitude of the issue. So just leave the political system up to the professionals. Just trust them. They would even like you to think that not just anybody can run for office, when the reality is the requirements are quite low. It's a leadership versus management system. And I believe Rome and America became great because of leadership, which was innovative, imaginative, creative. And Rome fell because of a bureaucracy-laced management system. We, the people of the world, we must stand united in order to protect freedom. Freedom is so easy to take for granted. In America, we can still worship as we see fit and raise our children to believe as we do. I recently had a perspective change on this. I gained a new friend. His name is Avid Akhtar. He is a Christian preacher in the Punjab province of Pakistan. This area is hostile to Christians. And He is a third-generation preacher, so his father and his grandfather have all done this. And to preach to non-believers would prove to be deadly. So they serve their community, and they feed and clothe the poor. They are doing their part to be proper citizens in hostile territory to their way of life. Surely we in the free world can do more to be a little braver at being a citizen. Freedom, in many ways, is like money. It is either in your hands or it is traded off to somebody else's. It really is the greatest commodity we can pass off to our children. So, have the rights of the people ever been given back to them after they've volunteered them away? Not likely, not without blood. I'm sure those Gold Star dads out there, those that painfully lose their sons and daughters, I'm sure they feel that we cannot do enough to respect that ultimate price that was paid. I hope that our children will know that one day they may have to pay that ultimate price. I hope that they can be brave, that should they need to, that they will stand their ground at the gates of hell if they have to, for freedom's sake. In 2009, 2010, I served as the chairperson for the Idaho International Dance and Music Festival. Co-chairperson. Every year, 300 dancers from around the world came to a small community in Rexburg, Idaho, and they shared their culture. And as you can imagine, with those multiple countries, some of them either have been or are at war with each other. One of the dancers said, "Our governments are at war, but our people are not." There are people that love freedom all over the world. Out of the dancers that I got to know, there was a common feeling among them that peace, freedom, and happiness belong to everybody. We have international guests here, both live and via simulcast. And I really hope that my message resonates with you as well, because here's why. See, our founding fathers, they came to this land. George Washington, James Madison, they came here and organized the greatest formula of freedom that the world has ever known. They didn't just find this formula of freedom lying on the ground. They looked to all nations. They tried to seek the best wisdom from possibly your culture. So I see you as international guests as having a special influence on who we are as Americans today. And that formula of freedom, like I said, it belongs to everybody. It belongs to all mankind. Everybody has feelings that get hurt. We've all felt love, or at least have dreamt of it. And with a cut. We all bleed red. Okay, I admit, I bleed red, white, and blue. As you know, I talk about these legislators that are messing with our freedom or politicking with us. I've always wanted to pull the lever on a train track switch point. You know what I'm talking about? Those switch points, one person can decide the ultimate direction of a train. I had a dream. Notice I didn't say I have a dream. But I had a dream once that I was standing in an old passenger train. It was old but beautiful. The craftsmanship was just amazing. It looked a lot like this room. It was extremely elegant. And by the looks the people in the train were giving me, I could tell that I was the owner of this train. And as I was observing, I looked out the window, and to my horror, the train bridge was out. I went to the switchboard phone and called the engineer and said to stop the train. He said, "Why?" I said, the train is out. Stop the train now. Or the bridge is out. Stop the train now. And he said, "It's okay, Aros. I checked on that. They said it was okay." I said, "It's not okay. Stop the train now." He said, "The agenda's too important. I will not comply." And he was off the line. I rushed to the front of the train. The door was locked. As I pounded on it, the faces of the people on the train were flashing through my mind. Some of them wanted me to have faith in the engineer. They thought I was overreacting. I climbed to the top, and trying to get in, as I got to the top, the train was going too fast. The tracks were too close. I took that last moment to look at that beautiful train and the people. I hope that we don't let that become symbolic of our freedom. In America, we've been volunteering our rights to this ever-growing bureaucratic management system. I just hope that the fabric won't yield to the pressure of its own weight. As partners in freedom, let's do more than what one person can do. Teach this in your homes. You can help at the switch points of freedom by going to city council and county commissioner meetings. If you can't make the meetings, read the minutes and the agendas. Let's know what they're doing. You that are hearing me right now, you are the elect of freedom. You really are the last great hope of the world. Please, don't leave our political system up to the professionals, to the political train engineers anymore. Remember, we are partners in this most beautifully historic, metaphorical train called freedom. Thank you.